I'm fired up and I'm ready to go. I'm fired up and I'm ready to go. I'm fired up and I'm ready to go. This is the Billionaire Brown experience. Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with a very necessary guest. I'm only bringing on people that are very necessary. I know what you guys are experiencing. I know what a lot of us are going through. I do read the comments. Shout out to you guys on Facebook as well as Instagram. But today we have a very special guest. It's Dr. Marissa. How do I say your last name?
Pay like money.
Pei. Ooh, I like that. Pei. One of my favorite.
Billionaire. I mean, billionaire Pei.
There you go. So Dr. Marissa Pei is here. Dr. Marissa, if you could say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. I'm Dr. Marissa. I'm broadcasting live from my living room here in California.
All right. What part of California?
Southern California, Long Beach.
Oh, Long Beach. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been there before. How's Long Beach doing through this quarantine?
Amazing. Well, it's a choice. Long Beach, Los Angeles, San Francisco, wherever you hail from, it really starts here. How you do it. The city's doing what it's doing. The country's doing what it's doing. The world's doing what it's doing. But what are you doing? So that's, I think, why you brought me on is let's talk about, who are you? I have a friend, she doesn't have an answering machine. She has a questioning machine. And when you call her, it says, who are you? And what do you want? And so if nothing else, this COVID season has brought us an opportunity to pause.
Absolutely.
Right? And then you take the pause button and you hit the hashtag, which says take a breath, and hashtag shut the worry up, and hashtag let's take a minute and really ask ourselves, what makes us happy? Really ask what is life really about? What do we really want? What do we really like? What we really don't like? All this talk about going back to normal. Well, folks, I got to remind you that back to normal was 1 out of 4 of us on some kind of anti-something because we weren't happy. Going back to normal is, 2 to 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Back to normal is relationships that we didn't like, a job we hated, a government we didn't like. You name it, normal, I don't know. It's like y'all forgot where we came from. So instead of, trying to get back to normal so quickly and marching and being angry and blaming and conspiracy theory, just hashtag shut the worry up, sit down and go, okay, I now have time. I always said I never had time to write. I never had time to play with the kids. I never had time to. You got the time now. So what are you doing with the time? Are you taking that time and complaining? You wanted to talk about my 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa. I started that July 2011.
Wait. Oh. Before we get into the 21-day fast from complaining, which is one of my favorite topics that we're going to be having, but just to stay right here, I like what you said, your friend on their voicemails. Who are you and what do you want? Mm-hmm. But that who are you is very big. And I know I've seen you on social media in the world of the web. You were talking about that some people don't like themselves. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you mean by that? And can you expound on that just a little bit? People not liking themselves?
Yeah. So do you have a critical voice that says, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have done that. You're really not all that. Or who do you think you are? Or are you a person that says, I'm my own worst critic? Okay. Y'all should have your hand up because I don't know. I only know one person who I interviewed who said she did not have that critical voice. Everyone else I've interviewed, all the kids I've ever done career days, around the age of 10, we get this voice that begins to sabotage us from that point forward with the BS, the belief systems that somehow we are not good enough. And if you are, one of the 7 out of 10 of us who were raised with childhood trauma, with active, not imagined criticism, but active, real criticism. I was told I was fat, ugly, and clumsy the entire growing up season of my life. So if you have a parent or a teacher or a cousin or an uncle or a grandparent who actively tells you those things as a child, you don't know any better. You begin to believe that BS. And you carry that BS, that belief system with you. So that's why I say, I'm an executive coach. I'm an organizational psychologist. I meet very successful people as an executive coach who've managed to put that voice away and use it as an angry motivator to get to where they are. And then somewhere around midlife opportunity, I call it, instead of midlife crisis, they have a breakdown. I'm crying all the time. I don't know why. Is this all that that life is? I work so hard for this, or I work so hard and now everything's gone. Like what is going? So that point is where you meet you. Who am I? Do I like myself, or am I running around in life going, who likes me? Who loves me? Who's going to love me? Who's going to want me? Who's going to like me just the way I am? And that futile, the buck stops right over there. Well, if you love me, or if you were nice to me, or if you treated me the way I wanted, then I would be happy. When really deep, deep down, take a breath. Do you like you? 88% of the time, do you like you? And the question is a no for many, many people. And so that's my job, is to get you to just stop blaming other people and just, that's the book. We'll talk about that later, but that has exercises that get you to dig deep down into that hole that we all have, that we don't want to deal with, that black hole in front of us, that we think that if we fall into, we'll be like Humpty Dumpty and break into pieces and never come back. Well, that deep hole carries the seed of the amazing person you really are, that you've never had time to dig up all the shit aki around it, and then find the seed. And then guess what? You still got the hole, but you get to put the seed in the hole and take all of that life crap that you complain about and that you blame people for and that you feel horrible about, and use it as fertilizer to go and grow the seed. So this is the opportunity of a lifetime. I wrote about that in Medium. This COVID season is your opportunity now to hit a soft or a hard reset. Look at all the stale cookies in your browser, examine them one by one, and then start over. I mean, if nothing else, this is the opportunity. You don't like who you are? Guess what? I know who you are. At the core of who you are an amazing being. But if you've believed all of this stale cookie crap, then you're going to go back to normal, and it's going to be no different, except you're going to be missing 3 months of income. So do you want that? And you're going to go back to something you hate. Do you want that, or do you want to just stop? We only have a limited time now before all the doors are open. So in these last few weeks where it's okay to be unemployed, it's now the social norm to be unemployed. It's okay. You're not lazy. There's nothing wrong with you. Everybody got hit with this. Do the work. Do the work. Find out who you are. What do you love to do? What are your skills that you've accumulated? What's the beautiful chiseling that has been done from your past trauma? How have you developed? One of my teachers, my favorite teacher, Michael Bernard Beckwith, the founder of Agape, who also wrote the foreword to the book, he'll say all the time, and I have it on my calendar. Every morning I say, in this situation, exactly as I am, what is being birthed? What is being developed? What am I being asked to grow in or develop in as a direct result of COVID, as a direct result of a job loss, as a direct result of, I need another hip surgery, as a direct result of whatever it is that you're going through? Instead of throwing a 5-day pity party, you can have a pity party for, I used to give myself an hour. An hour is too much time to waste now.
I know an hour is too much time to waste because you didn't put in your spare time. You like raising what is it? Raising
recovering teenagers.
Children. Teenagers,
Yes.
you said in your spare seconds.
Yes. Yeah.
Right,
I juice my life.
All right. So you said, but before we move forward, I do want to just unpack just for a second what you were just talking about. You said, all right, so you got to be happy with yourself 88% of the time.
Yeah.
But then you were also talking about, the childhood trauma. Constantly it just be plugged in we're programmed in our heads. Yeah. You're not this, you're not going to be this.
Right.
But then we also get to a point, there's some people who, when you do like yourself a lot, you know who you are, you know what your North Star is. And people begin to say, hey, well, you love yourself too much. You like yourself too much. And then we run back into, oh, wait a minute. I do like myself too much. I don't like when people say that to me.
Yeah. So there's a balance. There's a balance. There's totally a balance. So I call it the swing between I'm a piece of shiitake. Okay. You're worthless. You're not good enough. Blah, 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 blah. And then I'm a hot shiitake. I'm hot. And I'm better than you. I know more than you. Who do you think you are? How dare you talk to me like that? That's the other end, which is also not healthy, right? And it's exhausting when you go from that to, that's horrible. I'm really not all that. And I start believing in, and I'm down here. And then it's like, wait a minute. No. I'm better than this. Or I start judging people, ooh, what, who told you could wear that? Or, who do you think you are? And do you, I'm sure you get criticism like I do. And it's like, you can criticize if you have your own show, you're not in a place to criticize, but it's our choice whether we want to be in that swing or not. Okay. That's why I say 88%. So 88% tells me that most of the time I want to think that I am a precious, unique, beautiful, inside and out, loving child of a friendly universe. Desirata. Okay.
And then the other 12%, what?
The other 12%, I'm human. I'm going to slip up. I'm going to over yell at my recovering teenage daughters. Okay. And I'm going to have to come back and clean it up and say, I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. I'm not, I'm not going to be happy all the time. If I were 100% happy, I'd be dead. We need the contrast, but we've taken our contrast too seriously. Most of us are walking around. How you doing? I'm okay. How you doing? I'm fine. I'm fine. Do you know what FINE stands for? Have you heard this one?
No.
Effed up, irrational, neurotic, and emotional. Okay, that's what fine. I'm fine, right? I'm fine. Like an oxymoron. So the other dis-ease with life comes from I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when this is all over, right? I'll be happy when my kids have a good job. I'll be happy when I get that house that I really wanted. I'll be happy when I have that second car. I'll be happy when I have blah, 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 blah. And so your whole life, remember when we were in college, $100,000 was a big deal. I'll be happy when I have $100,000. Now it's like, I'll be happy when I have 100. Well, you're a billionaire, so I can't say 100 million. You'll be happy when you have 10 billion. It's like, please don't be happy when, just be happy now. 88% happy right now where you are. Take the breath. Am I happy right now? Hell, heaven, yeah.
Yeah.
I have my coffee that I love in the morning. I love the work that I get to do because no matter how crappy I feel when I wake up, if I'm having a fat and ugly attack, if I'm not feeling in my 88%, I just have an interview and I start talking and I talk myself into feeling better.
But not everybody can have an interview and talk to other people. I mean, I'm fat, I'm ugly. Why would I be happy now? And you got so many of these women these days, they want to have this surgery. They'll be happy, like you said, they'll be happy when they get that butt surgery.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll guarantee you.
Happy between there.
No, I'll guarantee you that when they get their butt surgery, they'll find something else they want to have surgery because it's not going to be. That's the dis-ease of never enough. That's the dis-ease of thinking that something outside of you is going to fix your asset. Okay, so